Could the new Nexus tablet from Google finally be the iPad killer we've been waiting for? Here's a side-by-side look at the specs to help you decide whether you want to go iOS or Android for your 10-inch tab. Following in the footsteps of its smaller brother, the Nexus 4 smartphone, Google's Nexus 10 tablet comes with a very reasonable price tag. Coming in at £319 for the 16GB version, that's nearly £100 cheaper than a comparable iPad. The Nexus 10 wins in the size and weight round too, as it's half a millimetre thinner and nearly 50 grams lighter than the iPad. A huge pulling point for Google is that the Nexus 10 has a better resolution screen than the Retina iPad 4. Looking at the specs, it's 2560 by 1600 at 300 ppi for the Nexus and 2048 by 1536 at 264 ppi for Apple's offering. Plus, the Nexus 10 gives you full 16:9 aspect ratio, whereas the iPad is 4:3. Google's Samsung-made Nexus 10 comes with a 1.7 GHz dual-core Exynos chip, compared to Apple's own dual-core A6X chip in the iPad 4. Both tablets will give you 16 and 32 gig storage options, but Apple will bump up storage to 64 gig for an extra £80. The Nexus 10 comes with the latest version of Android in the form of Jelly Bean 4.2. The update brings a special camera feature called Photosphere and better Google Now. The iPad 4 comes with iOS 6, so that's no more Google Maps, but location search-enabled Siri and the Passbook functionality. Both the gadgets also sport 5-megapixel rear cameras, but the Nexus 10 has an LED flash which you won't see on the iPad 4. The tabs respectively also have 1.9-megapixel and 1.2-megapixel front snappers for video chats. Specs-wise then, you get much more for your money with the Nexus 10, a faster processor, higher-res screen and a lighter and slimmer device overall. But something Apple will never be beaten on is design and style. So the decider will be whether your love of the iOS interface is worth shelling out an extra £100.